Okay, changing gears a little bit, I want to talk about the rhythm in Lindy Hop, and then we'll start to actually do some exercises, maybe dancing a couple again. So the rhythm in Lindy Hop, leaders, you're going to start on your left foot.
Follows on your right.
Yep. And it's a syncopated step. In other words, let me get the syncopation in a second. The rhythm is going to be step, step, trip, full step, 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 trip, full step. So left for leaders, left, right for leaders now. Bump, going on. Step, step, trip, full step. Bump, 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 going on. Tonight, what we want to work up to is what's called a swing out. It sounds like this. Bump, 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 bump. This is like the basic foundation for Lindy Hop, and all the other moves kind of branch off from this. In order to get here, though, we're going to do some step-by-step exercises to get us there so it's comfortable and it feels good. The first thing I want to do is this little pass-by exercise. Let's look like this. Bump, 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 ba-dum, bump, 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 ba-dum. Even in this thing here, there's a lot of technical things going on that I want you guys to make sure you understand. First thing is, before we even start, on the 8, I'm going to sit away from my partner. I'm establishing that stretching that we just talked about. She needs to know what I'm about to do, so we have to stretch away. The leaders, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 steps. These are my slow, slow. We talk about this rhythm here. Slow, slow. By me moving backwards on the 1, I'm establishing a direction that she's going to move in. What I'm then going to do is I'm basically going to get out of the way and let her pass by me. So I'm going to go step back, out of the way. Then I'm just going to continue with my triple step, and I'm going to anchor myself and anchor her eventually when she gets to the end of this little rope, basically her arm. She can't go any further than that. So we're going to go step, step, trip, full step. And what's going to happen too, follows, is you want to have what's called frames. In other words, she doesn't want to break her joints here or like do fun things like this. The best way to think about it is, think about the Barbie doll arms. You kind of want to always face where your arms are facing. So they can go up and down like this, but they don't really move this way very much at all. So, in other words, if I'm dancing with my follow and I turn her, notice she keeps tracking that arm. She's going to face wherever that arm is going.
If you don't do that, then you're going to end up like this, or like this, and that's uncomfortable, or like that.
Yeah.
So make sure you keep your muscle here where it comes.
Now we're going to add the triple steps after this. The triple steps are basically going to be slowing my partner down, but I'm not going to have to do much work as a leader. All I'm going to do is anchor her in place. So leaders, watch what I'm doing here. I'm going to go step, step, anchor in place. I'm just triple stepping in place. I'm leaning away from my partner. She's going to keep going by me until she gets to the end of this rope here, her arm, and then she's going to come to a stop herself. Follows, try to think of your arms as shock absorbers here, or like maybe like springs. You don't want to think of it as going, and then suddenly you just like jerk to a stop. You want to think of it going smoothly to that stop. Now, because we have the stretch established here, hopefully it feels kind of like a rubber band ready to be shot off again. So leaders, all I'm going to do is I'm now going to step onto my right foot, but I'm going to do a little bit of a hitch. Watch what I'm talking about. I'm right here, leaders. I'm just going to replace my weight, bump, like this. And by doing that, I might be moving my center of mass like 2 inches or something, not much at all. But that's just enough little something to let that rubber band go, which is going to shoot out and by me again. So it's going to look like this. Step, step, trip, full step. I'm going to send her right back where she came from.
Yeah, follows, you're just going to follow the lead that he gives you, and you're going to go back to where your original was.
So the whole thing together is going to look like this. We're going to go step, step, trip, full stretch, and step, step, trip, full step. Or back to where we started from. Still, we're stretching it, I think. Instead of now catching with this hand the entire time, I'm going to put my hand on her back when she passes by me. So bump, 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 ba-dum, bump, 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 ba-dum. So breaking this down, leaders, I want to have my hand basically on her shoulder blade. My fingers might be draped across her spine here. 3 things you can do wrong. You can either go too shallow, too deep, or too low. It's kind of hard to go too high. But basically, the shoulder blade naturally feels like really nice to put the hand there. I don't know, it's like a good handle on your follow. So you put that there. Now what you don't want to do is, leaders, don't do this because it tends to hurt. So yeah. So make sure it's like the soft, meaty part of her hand. It's almost like she's sitting down on the half of a chair back and she can just sit there.
Should be comfortable.
Now what I want to do is we're going to do the same exercise we were just doing, except now I'm going to drop the left hand, lead my left hand leader, because she's passing by, and I catch her with my right hand. So it's going to go step, step, catch my follow, and then stretch her back and reconnect. 1, 2, stretch away, bump, bump, reconnect. Okay, so let us add on to that now. What I want to talk about is, okay, we're going to go step, step, trip, full step. step, step, trip, full step. What I'm doing now, leaders, instead of sending her back on the same side, I'm actually going to do a complete rotation to my 4, 5, and 6. And we're going to break this down step by step, but again, we're going to go 1, 2, I get in front of my girl, my 3. I'm sitting away from her just like before, but instead of like this, now I'm actually going to close off and be right in front of my follow. I'm going to open like a door, let her go, and send her right back out again. So let's, we're just going to get to 4 right now, and then we'll slowly build up from that. So to get to 4 leaders, I want to think about getting off the slot and then getting back on the slot once my partner passes. Watch what I mean by that. I step back, I get off, I get back on. Now I'm on the slot, it's on my left foot, just like we were talking about before, but instead of here, I'm now facing my partner, still sitting away from her, and she's sitting away from me. So leaders, what I'm going to do next is I'm stretching away here on the 4. I want to think about basically being like a door. My hinge is going to be my left foot, so I'm going to pivot and then step on my right foot. I'm going to turn a quarter turn to my right. And I'm going to take the follow with me when I do this. So if I'm here, I'm just going to go, boom. And ultimately what we're doing is we're setting this up for me to turn her again and let her go and she'll go right back out. For now, we're here in the 4. We're just going to go 1 quarter turn, 5, and just stop right there. So what we're going to do next, leaders, is I'm going to keep turning 1 more quarter turn to my right, and I'm going to let go of my follow. So I'm just going to go, boom. Make sure that you're let go of your follow by the time you get to the 6. If you're not let go of her by then, you're going to like stifle her movement. So watch what I do once, and we're going to try it. We're going to go step, step, trip, full step. I turn, and I let go, and I do a quarter turn again at the 2nd step there, the 6.
And fellas, while he's turning it, you're pivoting on your feet. That's what's happening. So that should be easy to do if he's leading it correctly.
All right, so leaders, if I'm Frankenstein, I want to take like the most basic element of what I'm doing. I'm going turn, turn.
Same.
Yeah, try to make a little smooth yeah. Now let me talk a little bit about the final triples. I said earlier that you're feeling uncomfortable. What you're doing with those is the momentum of the follow should be taking her away from the guy at this point. Trip, full step, step, step. So she's going to gently drift away from me in those triple steps. And I'm also going to myself going to be kind of leaning back, so I'm going to be fully stretched again by the 8. So leaders, your job in those triples is to draw your hips away, so by the end of them you are stretched away. Follows, your job, want to say it?
Yeah, your momentum is going to be taking you backwards, so you kind of recollect yourself, and you'll also be drawing away from your lead.
Yeah, so the whole thing again is going to be 1, 2, trip, full step, 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 we drift apart. We're back against her.
At the end, you sit back to give another one.